included crushed berries, dried deer meat, and melted fat. It was also used for arrow punctures and other wounds, and fabric dye. The pilgrim uses named in the cranberries because of its hollow dripping blossoms reminding of the cane. Well, it is some fiction and fact about Thanksgiving. Camille Henry Donahue. Hanukkah is a festival of lights that remembers the resurrection of the second Jewish temple in Jerusalem, in Israel. It has happened in the 1600s BC before Christ was born. Hanukkah is Hebrew and Aramaic word of deduction. There are many ways to celebrate holidays. There are Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. There is a description of each of these holidays. Christmas is a holiday that is celebrated on December 25th. People in the United States leave presents underneath the Christmas tree. They leave Santa Claus. Even Santa Claus who does to Christmas for morning. Today is observed Christmas on observed Jesus' birth, but it is decided to use January 25th in the 4th century. They didn't think of the early church celebrating his birth because they thought that his later events in his life should be based on. Christmas has its origins as a pagan holiday, which it was lined up to the Roman holidays to celebrate the solstice and worship of the sun. Kwanzaa is celebrated in the United States. Is observed on December 26th to January 1st. This new holiday was the United States celebrated by Dr. Malana Kariga, 1966. Kwanzaa is celebrated to bring the African American community together. Kwanzaa's name is derived from the Swahili phrase Mata Nyana Kwanzaa, which means the first fruits of harvest. Sometimes singing and dancing, storytelling, poetry reading, African drumming, and festive occurring the holidays.
Hi, I'm Phyllis, and I'm going to be reading The Littlest Christmas Tree by Amy Peterson. The littlest Christmas tree lived in a meadow of green among a family of tall evergreens. He learned to whisper the evergreen song with the slightest wind that came gently along. He watched as the birds made a home out of twigs, and he couldn't wait till he too was big. For all of the trees offered a home, the maple, the pine, and the oak grew so strong. I hate being little, the little tree said. I can't even turn colors like the maple turns red. I can't help the animals like the mighty old oak. He shelters them all with his wide, mighty cloak. The older tree said, why, little tree, you don't know the story of the mighty king from the land with no snow? Little tree questioned. A land with no snow? Yes, said old tree. A very old story, from so long ago. A star appeared, giving a great light over the manger on a long winter's night. A baby was born, a king of all kings, and with him comes love over all things. He lived in a country covered in sand, and laid down his life to save all of man. Little tree thought of the gift given by him, when the big tree said with the happiest grin, we're not just trees, but a reminder of that day. There's a much bigger part of a role that we play. For on Christmas Eve, my life I'll lay down in exchange for a happier, loving ground. And as I stand dying, they'll adorn me and trim. This will all be done in memory of him. Among a warm fire with family and friends in the sweet songs of Christmas, I'll find my great end. Then ever so gently, he'll come down to see and take me to heaven, Jesus and me. So you see, little tree, we are not like the oak who shelters all things beneath his great cloak, nor are we like the maple in the fall, whose colors may leave many standing in awe. The gift that we give is ourselves, limb for limb, the greatest honor in memory of him. The little tree bowed his head down and cried, and thought of the king who willingly died. For what kind of gift can anyone give than to lay down your life when you wanted to live? A swelling of pride came over the tree. Can all this happen just because of me? Can I really bring honor by adorning a home, by reminding mankind that he's never alone? With this thought, the little tree began singing with glee, happy and proud to be true Christmas tree. You can still hear them singing, even the smallest in height, singing of Christmas and that one holy night.
Remember, members, our Clubhouse holiday dinner is Wednesday the 22nd at 2 p.m. And also our Clubhouse Christmas Eve day hours are from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And now on to the New Year's resolutions from our members. Ben Geckel's resolution is to get a job. Camille Gendry Donahue to get a driver's license. Joyce S. learning to spell. Ashley R. losing weight. Tom C. nothing but content. Lester P. find balance. Dennis D. move to a new home. Ben Z. start over new life. And now on to the Christmas wish list from members. Ben Z. wants a new game. Camille, more respect and peace shown to others. Joyce, no more littering on the ground. Denise D. better cars. Tom C. better paying jobs. Ashley, more respect. Ben G. to see COVID over. Yep. And now it's time for some Christmas movie trivia. So the first question, how many ghosts show up in A Christmas Carol? Couldn't guess it? The answer is 4. There were 4 ghosts that showed up in the Christmas Carol. Now on to our next question. How old was Kevin McAllister in Home Alone?
Don't know, tell me.
He was 8 years old in Home Alone. Okay. How did the Grinch come to Whoville?
Don't know.
The answer is on a basket. What year was the original Miracle on 34th Street film released?
You have to tell me.
Couldn't guess it? The year was 1947. And now, who voiced the character of the conductor in the Polar Express? Couldn't guess it? Tom Hanks. And that's all for our trivia section.
One.
And that's all we have for you this month. Be sure to catch our next episode in January of 2022. This is the Wildfire On Air signing off.